Hello everybody and welcome to Storm Reads, and today I have my 2 on Tuesday. Okay, so like I said, it is 2 on Tuesday, and that is where I showcase a couple of books from my collection that I have in tubs. And so since it is October and spooky season, I have decided to make one of them a spookier book. And this time, I decided I could do a little bit spookier category romance as well, since I do have a few. I don't have very many of them, but I just seen this one laying there, and I was like, oh, this is perfect for October. So I have a Harlequin Nocturne, and this is This Wicked Magic by Michelle Hoff. I may be butchering that name and everything, but this is number 153 in the Nocturne. It's from 2013, so not like super retro or anything like that, but I thought it would be really good for this time of the year. And so I'm going to talk about the author, and I'm going to try something a little bit different this time. I'm going to try to just put a few clips over here on the side so that I don't cover myself and you can still see me. You'll see me looking over here at my notes, but you'll see me. So let me know if you prefer this over the fact that whenever I put it up here and you couldn't see me at all. So Michelle Hoff also writes as Michelle Renee, and it says, this is from like her own website, it says, France, musketeers, vampires, and fairies populate most of Michelle Hoff's stories. Having written works of romance, action, adventure, and fantasies for more than 20 years, her first published novel was Dark Rapture. Her popular paranormal romance series, Beautiful Creatures, is filled with vampires, werewolves, fairies, demons, mermaids, and more. And then I added that Michelle writes her contemporary romances under Michelle Renee. So, it says, now, I could be wrong, so don't hold me to it, but it looks like Michelle Hoff, portion of her, stopped writing paranormal and fantasy books around 2019, but she is still writing contemporary romances under her Michelle Renee to this day. She had some coming out this year. And it says, it also looks like she started writing the contemporary romances around 2013, but she started out with a few erotica, and then around 2020-ish or whatever, from what I could see, that she came back to Harlequin, writing contemporary romances with the Harlequin romance line. So, her Nocturne books, she rebranded all her paranormal books, it looks like, and she put them under what she's calling her series Beautiful Creatures. And so you can look them up on Goodreads and find like the separate series, but you will also find her Beautiful Creatures series, and it'll have up at the top, it has listed all the other series and things that are included in the Beautiful Creatures series. So I'm guessing maybe when she got her rights back, she decided to like rebrand it and put them, because I did notice that she had a lot of different covers than the ones that she had for Harlequin. As I mentioned before, her first novel was Dark Rapture, and this one was published with Zebra Romances, and it was a paranormal romance. And then she has a few historical romances under the publication of Zebra as well. She also had a science fiction fantasy type series that was written under the publication of Luna Press, and then she had some romantic suspense novels, I think, under Lyrical Press, and she wrote a few books for the Silhouette Bombshell line. And I may not have found all the publishers. I was just looking really quick to see, kind of what was going on. And I think, though, mostly she has written for Harlequin in some form or another, whether it was the Nocturne or now she's writing for the Harlequin romance line. So this is This Wicked Magic, and it's, like I said, part of the Harlequin Nocturne, and I don't know, this was part of a series, like I think it might be a trilogy, or maybe 4-book series, can't remember exactly, but I know it's number 2, because, of course, and you can never find number 1, and she's also got it listed in with her Beautiful Creatures series, because like I said, she put them all together, but I don't remember like what number it was under that line. But let's see what it's about. So it says, his destined mate. Certainly Jones had pushed it too far this time. Gnawing and clawing at his soul are the demons he unknowingly carried back from his quest into their land. Weak and exhausted, the dark witch gazes down the dim cobbled street with his only hope, a lone vehicle with blazing headlights. Desperate, he makes a mad dash for the lights, and the striking woman illuminated in its wake. Vika senses him before she sees him. The good witch with emerald eyes and fury red hair has never dabbled in dark magic, but one look at CJ turns her life upside down. Soon Vika is lured into his dangerous world, his powerful arms. A few sultry kisses are not enough to save CJ from his demons. It's going to take some seriously potent sorcery, and they're running out of time. So, all kinds of witchy magic going on in this one and everything. So, let me know if you've ever read this author, whether it's Michelle Hoff, if I'm even saying that right, or Michelle Renee, if I'm saying that one right too, because I'm not really sure. Okay, so heads up, some people will find this cover slightly creepy. Again. But I have The Stalker by Cloud Tawellas. I'm not exactly sure how you say that name. This is a zebra horror from 1984. And so, again, I'm just going to put some pictures here to the side while I talk to you. It's not going to be very many pictures. You'll see why here in a minute. But Claude is actually Julia Tawelles, or Tawelles, exactly, like I said, sure, exactly how you say that. And she only wrote 2 novels. One of them is the one that I have, The Stalker, and the other one is The Wilds. They're both kind of like, I guess, psychological horror type books from what I gather. So, Julia grew up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the eldest of 4 sisters. She attended the college in Wisconsin where she obtained a double major in comparative literature and international relations. Her first published work was the article, My Adventures on Lonely Stable Island, which was published by the National Geographic Society in 1967. After college, she lived in New York with 3 years working in motion picture industry before moving to Los Angeles in 1977, where she raised private capital for the production of several feature films. In 1984, she wrote her first novel, The Stalker. It was published by Zebra Books. It has recently been republished in a new edition, ebook, and audiobook by Macrobay Inc., an imprint of Crossroads Press, and is available on Amazon. I looked and it was there. I think it's like $3.99. And it is actually now published under her name, Julia Tawelles. In 1989, her second novel, The Wilds, was published by Dell Books. It has also been republished this year, 2025, by Phantom Books. Julia established Roxbury Publishing Company, a respected academic press that publishes books for the higher education market. The disciplines she published in were sociology, criminology, criminal justice, women's studies, gender studies, communications, and political science. She has directed plays, has been writing a memoir and has co-written a historical TV miniseries. One thing that I thought was interesting is that she was the production executive for Jaguar Lives, starring Donald Pleasance and Barbara Bach, and for City of Fire, that starred Shelley Winters and Leslie Nielsen. So I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, she only wrote 2 books, but then it looks like she's been busy doing all kinds of other things. So that's kind of cool. And so let's see what this bad boy is about, because I have no clue. So it says, Seeds of Horror. Deep in the bowels of the dark, desolate warehouse, the terror lays waiting. It has waited for hundreds of years. It could wait a few more days. And when the boy came, so young, so blissfully ignorant of the twisted secret he disturbed, it would embrace him with sickening perfume and breathe unspeakable horrors into his ear. Seeds of death. Lewis knew that something in that place wanted him, wanted to crawl into his mind trap. It knew his innermost fears and could twist his soul into its demented whispering. But more terrifying of all was that even as he ran screaming from its grasp, he knew that he would have to go back. The Stalker. And so, yeah, it sounds kind of interesting. Peter Straub said that it was a frightening story told with skill and cunning, strong stuff. And so, yeah, I think that's kind of interesting. So, let me know what you think of the 2 books that I have for this week. So, we have a Harlequin Nocturne, This Wicked Magic by Michelle Hoff. And then we have a Zebra Horror, The Stalker by Claude Tueles, aka Julia. So, yeah. I think they're both kind of cool. I thought this one was particularly interesting when I learned that it was a lady who wrote them. Let me know what you think about them down in the comments. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And we'll see you all in the next video. Bye.